friends, and welcome back to the podcast. So today we are going to be talking about my very first experience investing in cryptocurrency. There are a lot of good takeaways in this story, so I think you'll really enjoy it.
What takeaways, Queen? Tell us about it.
You will soon find out.
All right, I'm listening.
So let me take you back in 2017.
I feel like it's so long ago.
I know, it really was.
Like before COVID, everything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was like a lifetime ago. We were completely different people.
So much has happened.
Yeah, the people that walked into 2020 were like completely different people to the people that walked out of 2020. Don't you think?
Definitely, 2017 was different time.
Yes, it really was. So back then, Pablo and I had just started investing, and at the time we were investing in ETFs. But one of my friends told me that he started investing in this thing called cryptocurrency. And he said that he was making 10% returns per day. So I was thinking to myself, why am I wasting my time with ETFs when I could be making 10% returns per day? So I had to figure it out. I had to create an account and buy some crypto. So that night I created my account and I made my first investment. At the time it was $20. It wasn't very much. But the next day I checked my account again, and sure enough, I made money, and it just became so addicting. It was kind of like, it was just so addicting. And I thought to myself, damn, at this rate, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a billionaire.
A billionaire?
Yes.
Only that?
Yes.
And then I was like, I need to marry this girl.
Yes, that's what Pablo said to me. Yes, he knew. He saw the numbers. He was like, she's a genius.
I was like calculating. I'm like, okay, now it's time.
Yes, now's the time. Anyway, so in total, I invested around $4,000, which was a lot of money at the time. It was a lot of money for us.
I think step by step. Started with the 20, 50.
Yes.
You're like, Pablo, look, why are we wasting time with ETF? Look, 10% a day.
I know, it was insane.
And then hundreds, thousands.
Yes.
Withdrawing money a bit from the ETF, adding it to the crypto.
That's true, yes. So in a matter of months, our $4,000 investment had turned into $20,000, which was just insane.
Yeah,
we
I
were
remember
shocked.
that when we had the portfolio, tell you the number, like 20,000. We're going to buy a mansion.
I know.
And we were like, we are rich.
I know. And I really just thought it was just going to keep on going up like that forever. Like we thought that too. Like we thought, okay, 20,000. Tomorrow it's going to be 50,000. Easy, right?
What about after tomorrow?
Yes. Well, it didn't happen because that was actually the peak. And then the crypto market crashed at the start of 2018. So our portfolio, it went from $20,000 back down to $2,000. So anyway, ended up selling at a loss.
I remember we were keeping watching it went 20,000, 15,000. It's gonna go back up. 12,000.
Yes.
10,000. It's let's stick with it.
Oh my God. We are like, we're long-term investors. We are. We believe in it. But
it's
we
easy.
weren't long-term investors.
It's easy to say you're a long-term investor when everything goes up, but be a long-term investor in a crash.
Yeah, in a bear market, oh my gosh, that was hard. I thought that I could stick it out, but it was really difficult because it went from like everyone talking about crypto to suddenly no one was talking about crypto. And, people I really thought that it was over, that's it.
Yeah.
So we ended up selling at a loss. So sold at a loss a couple of months later because, I guess we just didn't really believe in it anymore. And
we did not know much what we know now.
Exactly.
About it as well.
Yeah, we didn't know much about managing risk. Like for me, I was just like looking for the returns. Like I didn't really care that much about the technology. And it wasn't about like diversification. I didn't have any strategy. I was just like putting money into it and money was like coming out. That's kind of like the whole strategy. But now we started investing again back in 2020.
But what did it teach you?
Okay, it really taught me that I'm not a genius. And yeah, I'm unfortunately not a cryptocurrency
So
genius.
then I was like, I'm not marrying you anymore, Queenie.
Yes.
But one thing I'll do, I'll marry you when we have 5-star review from the subscriber. So make
So,
sure you give us a 5 star. So
yes, make sure
Queenie,
you give us a 5-star review. Yeah, I realized I'm definitely no genius when it comes to cryptocurrency. And I also realized that it's important to manage risk because cryptocurrencies are very volatile. They're very speculative, they go up and they go down. So I definitely invested a lot more money than I was prepared to lose. This time around, though, I've learnt my lessons, and Pablo and I, we've both learnt our lessons. So now we're investing a little bit differently, which is good.
well, I think now we're really, really long-term investor.
Yeah.
We know the risk that we're taking. We're not putting all in into one crypto asset. We also go with uh, less volatile crypto asset, even though they are super volatile compared to other like assets like ETFs and things like that. So now, what do you use to invest in crypto, Queenie?
I'm glad you asked, Pablo. So, thank you so much to our sponsor of today's episode, which is SwiftX, which is the platform that Pablo and I use to invest in cryptocurrencies. And if you would like to check them out for yourself, I do have a referral link in the show notes where you can get $20 worth of free Bitcoin.
Getting paid now. You can pay me, Queenie.
Yes, now I can pay Pablo. I'm not really good. No, I'm joking. No.
You know, I can listen. I have headphones here.
Yes,
I
that's
can
true.
hear what you said
Oh,
on the
no.
microphone. There's not a special tube.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay. So I guess everything's like on air. You can hear everything.
I can. But yeah, thanks Swiftech to sponsor this podcast episode.
Yes.
We use it like
We
every
do.
couple of weeks. So
We do.
like
And
it.
yeah, we don't check our portfolio very much. Like we've learned our lesson from those
That's
times.
the thing. Like back in 2017, like you put some money, you check it a day later, an hour later, and constantly.
It's stressful.
Yeah, because when it goes up, it's nice, but when it goes down, it's really painful.
It is.
Well, now we just put like regularly money into like
That we're prepared to lose as well. 5 to
Exactly.
10%. You know, if it goes to zero, we're fine with that. We've already, in our minds, that is money that we are happy to lose.
But also, like on the upside, it can go much higher than other assets like it potentially.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
the
the
thing
risk that
about
we're at.
cryptocurrencies. Like we're young, Pablo and I are both young, we're long-term investors, so we've got time on our hands. Like if our investments don't pan out in cryptocurrency, that's okay, we have time, we're not going to retire tomorrow. So
I was planning to retire tomorrow.
yes,
Not tomorrow.
not tomorrow,
Maybe after
not
tomorrow.
tomorrow, maybe
When you
after.
are a billionaire,
Yes.
then I can retire.
When I am a billionaire. But yeah, cryptocurrencies, I feel like there is that asymmetric risk, and there is something called
Oh,
like,
you're using like fancy
I know,
words.
I really am. So asymmetric risk,
Let me Google that.
basically, it's like the chance of like, okay, so essentially with cryptocurrencies, the most we could lose is 5 to 10% of our portfolio, whatever we put in. But what we could gain from that, it's kind of infinite when you think about it. We don't know what the price of Bitcoin will be in 20, 30 years' time. If we lose our entire like 5 to 10% investment, that's all we could lose. But yeah, we really just don't know what will happen in the future. So for us, we're happy to take on that risk because we do see the potential in cryptocurrency. And now I would like to talk about, I guess, like the exciting aspects of cryptocurrency because we have covered the risk of cryptocurrency. And I think it's important to just be aware of that. But there are some really cool things happening in the crypto space, different to, I feel like it's evolving a lot and it has evolved a lot since 2017. I mean, what are some changes that you've noticed lately with crypto?
Yeah, I think technology like blockchain, like we can see a lot of big companies are actually using it. So that's good. But I think NFTs is really interesting, smart contract. And obviously there are lots of things happening, lots of talk about it. So not everything is great, but it's an interesting technology. And I think being able to use smart contract in the everyday life, like for example, authenticating bags or buying a property potentially or buying a ticket to go to a concert and all those things that now you need kind of a middleman that you need to pay fees or things like that, and uh, potentially in the future not having to do that, but really owning a piece, whatever it's art or like tickets or anything. That would be really interesting.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, even for example, the other day, Pablo and I were booking our hotels. So we're going on a round the world trip, and we started booking our hotels, and we were booking this really nice hotel in Portugal. And on the checkout page, they actually allowed you to pay with cryptocurrency. And this was I think it was like a chain of hotels. So it's not just the one hotel, like they've got a few different hotels around the world. But that's pretty big. Like, that's the first time I've
Yeah,
actually been given that option to pay for something in cryptocurrency. And I thought that was quite cool.
yeah. Usually it will be like more for like random stuff that you'll be able to pay with crypto, but here being able to pay for a hotel, and especially when you go overseas, you have to pay in USD or euro or anything. So why not just pay with crypto?
Exactly. Yeah. No currency conversion fees. No, how much money am I really paying in my home currency? None of that. It's X Ethereum or whatever. You pay X Ethereum. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. Yeah, just one currency, one wallet that you use worldwide, and that's it. Rather than thinking, okay, I have AUD. Going to London, I have to convert in pound. Going to Paris, I have to convert back in euro. Going to the US, Canada, all
Oh,
this,
yeah,
Singapore. It just
exactly.
never stops, right? So
Yeah,
having just one wallet with one currency worldwide makes it easier.
it does. It does for sure. And like you also said, NFTs, that's a really big
Yep,
market. And I feel like we've only just scratched the surface with the
exactly.
use cases for NFTs.
Exactly. So what are you excited about with the future of crypto?
I'm excited, like you said, because crypto is global. I think that just solves a massive problem in today's market because we have all these different currencies. It's really not that easy or seamless to pay for things in different currencies. Like, there are a lot of businesses that do feel that demand and they do help make things easier, but it's still not as easy as it could be. So I think that's a good use case for cryptocurrency. Um, I also think NFTs are a good use case, especially when it comes to purchasing one off items. Like Pablo said, purchasing concert tickets, purchasing an authentic handbag from, a big brand. Those are some good use cases for cryptocurrencies. And I'm sure that there are a lot more. Even like I've heard buying and selling property using smart contracts.
Yeah, why
That
don't
could be
you
pretty cool.
talk about the story about the bag and how it will work? Or like, that was pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah, it was. So essentially, when you purchase let's
But
say,
let's explain the problem. Let's say you want to buy a Chanel bag,
yes, if I want to purchase a Chanel bag, I would look up online, use Chanel bags for sale,
marketplace.
marketplace, going onto a few different websites. Of course, they're all wildly different prices. And the more expensive, more legitimate websites, you probably have to pay a bit of a premium because they would, I guess, try to authenticate the bag more. But you still don't really know if what you're purchasing is a real Chanel bag. Even if they do have the dust bag and all of the tickets and all of those things, we do know that those things can be faked, and they can be faked really well. I mean, for example, I'm sure you've seen documentaries or stories in the media about people purchasing fake art for millions and millions of dollars from art collectors, very well-known, reputable art collectors. So if even these experts don't know that this is a legitimate piece of art, or if these experts don't know that this is an authentic Chanel handbag, how are we supposed to know as consumers? Like, we have no hope.
We don't.
So that's where I feel like NFTs could really help, because there are so many people wanting to purchase authentic goods, not just handbags, wine, cars, pretty much anything that you want to purchase something legitimate. I feel like that could be an NFT, and it could also streamline the buying process as well, because at the moment it is a little bit archaic because, as you know, there are lots of scams also running on Facebook Marketplace. There are scams running on eBay and online. Anywhere you purchased used goods. I'm sure, have you heard about there are a few scams when it comes to like purchasing things online from resellers. Have you heard about that?
No? Like what?
So essentially what they do is, let's say, Pablo, you're selling an iPad and I'm a scammer. Picture me, Queenie the scammer.
I can
I
see
message
you as a scammer.
Yes, I message you.
It's not hard to... easy for me.
Yes, I'm the scammer and I see Pablo selling this iPad and I'm like, Pablo, looks like you have this iPad there. So how about can I pay you with my credit card or with this special cash app or whatever? I'm just going to pay you there and then send me the iPad. And Pablo's like, yeah, sure, money is money. As long as you pay me the money, I'm fine with that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just paid you with my credit card or with cash app. Now you send me the iPad. So Pablo unknowingly sends me his iPad and then bam, I submit a ticket to my credit card company or to that cash app, whatever place. And I say, oh, actually, I got scammed. Pablo didn't send me the iPad, but Pablo actually did send me the iPad. So they cancel that transaction. I get the money back and the iPad. So that's how people are getting scammed.
Yeah, really
it's very
scam
common.
now.
It's really common.
Where's my iPad
I know. Yeah, I've got your iPad now. So
for the trip?
that's your fault for not listening to the Invest with Queenie podcast.
Sure.
So yeah, I feel like for things like this, cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, it just would not happen, or it would be very, very hard to get scammed on the blockchain because everything is recorded. And yeah, it's a good use case.
Very good. So what are some things that you look when you want to find an exchange, or what things you look out for?
So there are a few different things that you should look at and be aware of when it comes to crypto exchanges. And I think one of the first things is the fees, because it can be really difficult to know how much you're actually paying in fees. Because, okay, so without getting too complicated, this is a bit complicated, as you know, essentially cryptocurrencies, since you are purchasing it from, I guess, like a regular currency, for example, US dollars, Australian dollars, when you're purchasing these cryptocurrencies, you're essentially converting your money into a cryptocurrency. So sometimes there's a difference between what you're purchasing this cryptocurrency for, the price you're purchasing the cryptocurrency for, and the true market rate of that cryptocurrency. And this could be due to, I guess, sometimes there isn't a lot of volume on some of the exchanges, so they might not have the perfect market rate. But sometimes there can also be some extra fees hidden in that market rate that we might not be aware of. So that's something to be aware of, like how many fees are you actually paying when you convert your currency? And this also goes for exchanging your currency from, say, for example, Australian dollars into US dollars and vice versa, but it also happens with cryptocurrencies. So important to be aware of that. That's called market spreads, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah, and another thing to be aware of is just the security of the platform. So ensure that your cryptocurrency platform has two-factor authentication as a minimum. And by the way, SwiftX does have two-factor authentication and it works quite well. And also, if you do have cryptocurrency already, try to see if you can set up, I guess, extra notifications just in case somebody does get into your crypto exchange, want to start transferring things out. You can set up email notifications so you'll be able to be notified if anything happens in your account.
If the scammers logging in,
yes, that's
be
true.
notified if she logs in.
That's very true. And of course, another thing to look at is the variety of cryptocurrency coins available. So if you do want to purchase any of the altcoins, that's a good option. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else you would look at?
What I also look at is like usability of the platform. You know, how easy it is, like transparent it is. Because sometimes you're talking about fees. Like sometimes some platform that we've used in the past, before Swift, you have like the fees, but when you click on it, you have actually the real fee. You know, it shows you're going to have this in Bitcoin. And then you click and it doesn't. It changes. So what I like about SwiftX is that, you know, it's just easy to use and you see exactly how much you're going to buy when you click you get what you pay for. They're not trying to hide anything, and I like that. And easy to see all the transactions, things like that in the past. It's a clear platform.
Yeah, that's
Plus, I
very
think they have
true.
an app now on the phone. We don't really use it as often, but if you want to do it on the phone, they have it as well. So yeah,
That's true. Usability is a big one because if you can't work out how to purchase cryptocurrencies, well, what's the point? Or if it takes way longer than it should, it's also
exactly,
something to consider.
exactly. So yeah, I think something easy to use that you understand. It's like yeah, anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it. Anything else about like cryptocurrencies that you've heard about that makes you excited about it, or anything else you think people should be aware of?
I think crypto staking is a very good future with crypto, and it's actually earning money from your crypto directly. So let's say you stake your crypto like we did. We stake some Ethereum that we have, and it stay there for like 3, 6, 12 months. And then we're going to earn an interest from that crypto, and that's good. I think
It's
being
passive income, right?
it is like that's passive income,
Yeah.
and that's a great future of crypto.
It is really cool, yeah, because at the moment, well, before, I guess the only way that you could, like, some different ways that you can earn passive income from investments would be property through rent. That's
Dividend.
passive income. Yeah, stocks, you can get dividends. With crypto, there are a few different ways. So one of them is crypto staking. I think you can even do like crypto lending and things like that as well. There are platforms that allow you to do that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can earn passive income with your crypto as well. So, having it, say, for example, for us, Pablo and I are long term investors. We've got 5 to 10% of our portfolio there, and we're not looking to withdraw that money anytime soon. So, we're happy to take on maybe a little bit of extra risk, like staking our crypto, earning an income from our crypto, just so that it kind of just chips away, earning passive income from us. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good. And the thing here is that we don't even look at it every day, honestly. But whenever we do, it's nice to see like free money
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
Now that's great. Like you make money from crypto increasing in value from your staking potentially. What about tax? Do you have to pay tax on your earning? How does it work?
That's true. So, crypto actually is taxed if you do hold it as an investment. So, Pablo and I, we do have to disclose to our accountant whenever we are buying and selling crypto because selling crypto triggers a capital gains tax event and also earning an income from cryptocurrency. So it's pretty interesting because I guess the space it's rapidly evolving and it is important to be on top of these things and just to be aware of these things because I think a lot of people, especially back in 2020, 2021, when there was that real crypto bull run, people were buying and selling coins like crazy, and maybe not
Yeah,
fully aware that they were
tax.
triggering,
Yeah,
capital gains tax events.
yeah, exactly. I think like you said, if it's seen as an investment, which probably if you are on the podcast, it probably is. But it's interesting because some people, let's say, they use it as everyday money, like
A
they have a
currency.
card, they pay with crypto, things like that. So this, if they put it and use it within a reasonable time, I think that's how they say, then you don't have to pay tax if you make gains. But if you use it as an investment just to trade and sell it when you make a profit or whatever, then that's when. Best is to talk with an accountant, but that's interesting to note that you need to pay tax if you
Hold it as an
hold it as an
investment.
investment and you make again.
Yeah, this whole crypto tax area is so fascinating. I was looking at the ATO website last year just about the different rules and, what classifies holding crypto as an investment versus holding crypto as a currency to use as a normal currency. And it's just so fascinating, like the different use cases, and highly recommend checking out that article on the ATO
Yeah,
website. We'll link it in the show notes. And like Pablo said, if you're confused about anything, it's really important to chat with your accountant just to make sure that you're all up to date and you'll all be good for tax.
yeah. I think like just make sure like on SwiftTech it's easy because you see all the transaction and everything. So just keep a record of all the transaction that you made in the financial year. So that way, when you go do your tax return, if you did sell anything, you can see everything basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Really interesting episode today about crypto.
I know. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much again to our sponsor, SwiftX, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, I think we have a special offer for our subscribers, $20.
Yes. So if you sign up with our link, you'll get $20 worth of free Bitcoin. So it's a nice little $20 is $20. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, so you can check it out in the show notes. And thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate it.